Hello and welcome to Soma's Pandaren Tamers and Spirit Tamers for pet battle videos for patch 5.2. Again, I'm going to start off with the starting 7 stars. So I am Alliance, and we're just going to head over to Half Hill for the first battle here. Now, it is an hour and 45-minute long video. If you don't want to listen to me babble for that long and listen to this kind of the random things I say between, you can go ahead and click on the links on the side to go to different parts of the video. And it's also nice if there's a certain tamer or one of the spirit tamers that you're having issues with, and you just want to be able to see, how I do it, what different abilities I use, or whatever. You can just click on the link, and boom, it'll take you right there. While I'm flying here, I'm just kind of checking over some of my different aquatic pets, just because I want to kind of do this first one just kind of with something different compared to what I normally use. Normally on this particular tamer, I'll use the Pandaren Water Spirit, because he does the first 2 of his 3 very, very quickly, because he always starts with one of his 2 elementals. The first one we're going to is Grandmaster Nishi. Here we go. We're just going to land here and hop on my flying disc that you get from the Lore Master Achieve. Once I'm done playing with my pets, of course. And I'm going to end up putting in 2 pets. One was a spire-bound crab, and the other one is going to be the... what else do I use? I can't even remember here. Give me a second. Wait till they load in. Okay, it's going to put in Whirlpool, Healing Wave, and I'm just going to leave Snap there, because Surge doesn't do quite as much damage. Yes, it goes first, but going first is important at times, but when it comes to these 2, it just really doesn't matter. Now, with the Pandaren Water Spirit, he does always go first against them. And I'm also going to bring out my level 24 Tiny Harvester. He's a mechanical, so he's going to take extra damage from the elementals, but he's only going to be out for 1 round. And the whole idea is that I want to get him to level 25. Eventually, I want to get all my pets to rare and 25, but at this point, there we go. Let's grab the Crested Owl there, and we're going to throw him down. You notice I'm replacing the Brilliant Kalari with the Crested Owl. This is actually quite intentional. They're very, very similar pets. They have the exact same move set. So anytime you see me later on where I'm using the Brilliant Kalari, you can always substitute an owl or whatever else. Now, the Brilliant Kalari is a really easy one to get because it's just from the 125 pet achieve. So here we go. We're going to head over to Grandmaster Nishi. Okay, and here we go with the battle with Grandmaster Nishi. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to her first and get my pack of Pandaren pet supplies. Here we go. We need the quest, of course, to be able to get that bag. So very quickly, we're just going to go through the battle. First round, like I said, all I'm going to do is bring out my Tiny Harvester. He's going to get hit like a Mack truck by that sunlight, but we're going to hit him back just weakly and instantly switch to the aquatic pet. Now, the nice part about this particular tamer is, like I said, he starts off with 2 elementals. There are a lot of aquatic pets in the game, so it's really easy to get an aquatic pet and be able to get these 2 dead. I'm using the Spire-Bound Crab. Like I said, normally I would be using the Pandaren Water Spirit. Here we go. We're just going to smack him around a little bit. He's going to do some heals. All he seems to do is either Sunny Day or his heals. Again, you're going to see the Whirlpool go off, does some big damage to him, and we're just going to keep smacking him around for a little while. This fight actually goes really, really well and really shows what an aquatic pet can do to an elemental. Difference, of course, with the Pandaren Water Spirit is all 3 of his abilities are water-based. Well, sorry, 2 out of 3. I use Geyser, Whirlpool, and then the Water Jet. Basically, first round, put out Geyser, second round, put out Whirlpool, and then just Water Jet him twice, and he's dead. Once those 2 go off, so it's fairly quick. It's a lot quicker than using this pet, but I wanted to do this kind of with a different pet than I would normally use, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Again, he keeps healing, so of course I need to do more damage than what he's healing, which I am doing, which is always good. And just keep smacking him around a little bit. Takes me a couple more rounds here, and he'll be dead, and then we'll move on to the turnip. Speaking of the turnip, I'm just going to kind of a side anecdote here. I actually have the terrible turnip from the farm. I actually didn't get it from the farm. I bought it off the auction house. It's a really, really handy pet, especially if you're going for something like World Safari or collect 400 unique pets or whatever else. Because of the fact that he has an ability called Weakened Blow. Weakened Blow is really handy because it won't kill anything. So even though my turnip is level 25, he's not actually going to kill even a level 1, only drop him down to 1 hit point. As you can see in this particular battle, I end up missing on my Whirlpool because, mostly because I'm a moron and put it up when I knew he would be underground when it went off. So here we go, we're just going to smack him around a little bit. He throws down some heals. Basically, all he ever does is heal, or he throws a little vine at you that heals him also and does a little bit of damage to you, or he does his underground burrow thing. So here we go, we're going to smack him again. There we go, the Whirlpool's gone off, done some big damage. It's a nice part about the Whirlpool, in fact, that these elementals are weak against it, is that they actually get some pretty nice damage in there. Again, there you go, you see he's throwing his little vine at me, he healed himself, I smack him around a little bit. Again, we're just going to keep smacking him around a little bit, and he's going to go back underground. So, of course, being that he's underground, I end up missing. Now, with the Water Spirit, I would never have even gotten to this stage of the fight. It's a lot quicker that way. But again, you have to have the Water Spirit drop from the Spirit Tamer, and then, of course, you have to be able to level him up 25 to do this. Actually, in another one of my videos, I believe in my introduction to Soma video, I'd actually do a quick battle with this guy using a level 23 Water Spirit because I was in the process of re-leveling it. So it's actually don't need to use a level 25, but it does definitely make it easier because he hits harder and goes faster. Okay, and here we go. Now we're just going to go to the grub that he brings out. Again, he's going to spit at me. I'm going to hit him back. It's not a big deal. Whirlpool, again, is going to be a big hit in a couple rounds. He dives under. I'm going to end up taking this one, so I give myself a quick heal first. Here he goes. He hits me. I hit him. He hits me. I hit him. That's pretty much how pet battles go. A lot of the pet battles are very rock, paper, scissors, though. Whereas Aquatic strong against Elemental, Elemental strong against Mechanical, Mechanical strong against Beast, Beast strong against Critter, Critter strong against Undead, Undead strong against Humanoid, Humanoid strong against Dragonkin, Dragonkin strong against Magical, Magical strong against something. It's kind of just a big circle. A lot of rock, paper, scissors involved in this game. There we go. We're going to hit him again and get poisoned. But I still live through that, so I still get that hit off with that Whirlpool. He dives underground. Poison ends up taking me out, and I'm going to switch to my Crested Owl. I really do like the Crested Owl or the Brilliant Kalari for a couple reasons. One, of course, they are strong against aquatics, and a lot of the tamers do have aquatics. And the second one is right here. This is Predatory Strike. I'm going to end up... Oh, no, I actually don't use it against him, but Predatory Strike, the one with kind of the face on it in number 3 position. If you get them down 25%, it kills them. Okay, and that is Farmer Nishi. Okay, and once again, we're just going to fly back to Half Hill, and we're going to hit the next little... going to head over to the next tamer. I actually missed the flight path here because, it happens. It takes me a couple tries to actually get the flight path to work because I didn't realize that I wasn't landed because Blizzard hates me at times. I had to actually turn just to be able to get the flight path to come up. I just head straight south here to the Incursion. The Incursion, of course, being an alliance area. So if you're Horde, you may have to go to somewhere slightly different to get here, but it's basically general. Gives you a general idea of where they are if you're watching these interludes between. Now, also, like I was going to mention this, if you like this video, hit like, hit share, hit comments, put comments down. The links on the side will lead to the other tamer videos. So if there's a certain tamer or the spirits or whatever that you're having issues with, just click on that. That'll get you straight to them. Or if you just don't want to listen to me babble between videos here. Now this next tamer is actually going to take quite a while because I end up actually losing to him a few times. So once I get there, I'm actually going to be quiet for the first few fights until I get to the one where I actually end up killing him. Just to give you an idea of, I try different things, and that's a big part of this game is, let's try different things and do different versions of pets to be able to take things out. I'm not sure if I'm going to find some music on via YouTube to throw in there or not, or what I'm going to do with it. But I'm not going to be talking that much through it. A, because my voice is getting a little harsh, and B, because it's kind of boring listening to me talk, I'm sure. But on the other hand, we do need to have the video keep going and going and going and going. Here we go. So this is who I'm going to level next is my feline familiar. He's currently level 13 at this point. I do end up actually getting to level 25 over the course of this. I actually had 2 or 3 pets to level 25 by the time I'm done this. On my next video, I think I'm going to do the Beasts of Fable because of the fact that, they're different. Here we are with Grandmaster Morchuk. I'm not going to be saying much through this particular person, but I'm just going to kind of let the battle go. I end up losing a couple of the battles. Once I get to the final battle, we're actually end up defeating him, and then I'll be speaking more. This one I'm going to lose actually quite badly, just mostly due to RNG than anything else, or bad pet choice. Hello, and I'm back. Now you've watched me lose a couple of battles. I'm just going to do a quick heal here. And you're going to notice kind of a disconcerting little pause there as I switch to... This is actually a battle that I ended up winning against this guy. It took me a few tries. Again, we're going to start off with a Lowy pet, which is a feline familiar. And you're going to notice I have two different pets in the back here. First, we have the idol here. I switched his first ability to the mechanical abilities because it hits like a Mack truck on beasts. But I always start off with the Sandstorm, no matter what. Even against like Dragonkin that it's weak against, I like to start off with the Sandstorm just because of the fact that it drops the damage. A lot of these tamers will do back row damage, and of course it drops the damage against all pets, including the enemy pets, unfortunately, but it's not a big deal. And then I switched to, like I said, I switched the first one to the Beast mechanical ability because it's really strong against Beasts, and very quickly took out that Grub. Against this one, you know, I always block. You want to deflect the first shot because it can put you to sleep, and then of course that causes even more issues. And then we just Sandstorm and hit him with that mechanical ability. Even with Crush, instead of that, we're still going to end up fairly easily taking this guy out. His pattern is very, very simple. He does his big hit that can put you to sleep. He does his mothballs, and then he does two quick attacks, which you can take out, which you can just kind of have to live through and hit him afterwards. One of the nice parts about the idol, and why I really like this pet, even after the changes from reflection to deflection, is that he's a humanoid, so he heals 69 damage every time he hits. He doesn't always hit. If things always hit, it would make life kind of boring in pet battles, I think. But when he does that heal. And B, he's got, you know, Sandstorm, which, like I said, will save your back row pets. There are quite a few abilities in this game that hit the back row. You know, and we have different abilities that are strong against different things. We have the mechanical ability that's strong against Beast. We have Crush that's strong against Dragonkin. And of course we have the deflection, which, you know, you can use to be able to basically live through things. Here he goes. We're going to get one more hit on him, and he's going to end up killing me next round, but it's not that big of a deal. It is a big hit, which is really nice. And here we go, and he ends up taking me out, and then we're going to switch to Kalari. Again, I like the birds because of Predatory Strike. You're going to see here, I'm just going to quickly one-shot him with Predatory Strike, hits him for 401, then he gets an additional 647. Basically what happens, as long as it drops him to 25% or less, he dies. And there we go, that is Morak. Okay, so here we go. We're back to me babbling again, which of course everybody just loves, I'm sure. And we're just gonna kind of go into detail about myself more than anything else in this part. So I mean, if you really don't care about who I am or what I do outside of World of Warcraft, then you can just kind of, you know, click on where it says Shu on the side there, and that'll get you to the next pet battle. As you can see, it is a bit of a long flight path. This is one of the two of the longer flight paths I end up taking while doing these pet battles. Like I mentioned before, in my description, my name is Joe. I actually work from home doing customer care for a wireless company currently. I don't mind it. It's not the best. It's really nice though because I'm able to actually, you know, keep track of things on this computer while at the same time working, because I have two computers in my room here. I have my main computer, which is of course hooked up to my 40-inch HD TV, and then I have the second computer I use for work. You know, that's basically what I do out of game, so I don't really leave my house a lot. I always admit that I'm a bit of a nerd. You know, and here you're going to see I'm going to switch the idol back to Crush because I do like that ability better than the mechanical one, and I'm not sure why there's a dinosaur on that ledge, just as a sidetrack. Here we go. We're just going to fly in. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm born and raised in Canada. I was born in Alberta, now living in Nova Scotia. Been divorced twice. I have two children with my first ex. One's 18, one's 13 currently. Really, that's basically me. Here we go. We're just going to fly over into... But at this point... So that's a little bit about me. You know, tell me about yourself. Leave a comment. Leave something in the comments below. Like, subscribe, you know, etc. Things that they always ask you to do in these videos. Hello, and I'm back. Okay, here we go. And now we're going to look at Grandmaster Shu. Grandmaster Shu has an elemental, an aquatic, and a critter. Critter or beast, I can't remember. Okay, so he's going to start off with the aquatic again. First round, always send out your Lobby. We're just going to kind of just smack him around a little bit. Quick and easy. We end up missing, but it's not a big deal. The whole idea is just to get one attack in to be able to get that. The first time I try this, I actually end up sending out my Kalari. And I actually end up losing this first battle, and then I'm going to end up winning the second one. It's just a difference, and I mean, it really does show the difference between what pet you send out first. The other problem is that I'm using quills and not my big hit, and of course he's that heal every round, which is kind of pretty much eliminating most of the damage I end up doing with my quills, whereas of course his hits are still hitting me fairly hard. Here we go. I'm just going to concede that. There's no sense really worrying about a battle that I'm going to lose anyway. I'm just going to use my revive pets quick just to revive everybody, and I'm going to switch him to Peck because it's going to do a lot more damage. I put this one to Cyclone, even though I don't think I actually use Cyclone in this battle. And again, we're just going to start the battle up again. The beginning is going to be exactly the same with the first pet. Doesn't matter what he does. Pick an ability. I always want to pick an ability that doesn't take multiple rounds. Just a quick hit. Generally speaking, your first level ability is going to be your best one to start with your Lobby. Swap out to the Idol this time. He's going to throw down his little Whirlpool. I'm going to hit him with Sandstorm, which of course he's weak against. It's going to hit him for extra damage. The other nice part about Sandstorm, as I've mentioned before, and I'm probably going to mention again once or twice through the course of this video, I mean this video is almost 2 hours long, is that Sandstorm will actually drop the damage to your back row pets. This is a big thing, especially with these tamers where they have a lot of abilities that hit the back row. Deflection against his Whirlpool, because this guy really does 3 abilities. He puts up his heal over time, he puts down a Whirlpool, and he does his little surge effect, which, you know, basically is just a quick attack. Doesn't do a lot of damage through Sandstorm, so it's not that big of a deal. We want to deflect the Whirlpool so that it's not hitting me at all, because that's really his only big hitting ability. So here we go. It's going to go off, so I'm going to put my deflect, which is of course going to cause me to dodge that. And then we're just going to go back to smacking him around a little bit. Now, even if you put out your deflect on the round that he does his surge, you're going to notice he's still going to hit me. And the reason behind that is deflect tries to go first, whereas that particular ability is guaranteed to go first. So it actually goes off before my deflect. So here we go. He's going to hit. He's going to end up missing. I'm not. There we go. And again, we're going to use my deflect again just to stop that Whirlpool from hitting me. Reflect was really nice compared to deflect because of the fact that, you know, it would send that Whirlpool back at him. But it's not really that big of a deal. Again, Sandstorm. He's weak against it. Hits him like a Mack truck. Quick and easy. He brings out his Elemental, who's going to cast his own Sandstorm, and I really only have one ability off cooldown, so I'm just going to end up hitting him. Sandstorm, so we're definitely going to keep Sandstorm going through this battle no matter what, because we're both going to be casting it quite regularly. I like to deflect his second round if it's available. Unfortunately, I end up missing his big hit twice over the course of this battle, which is, I think, he ends up actually taking out my Idol. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to smack him around a little bit. This round I'm going to do my own Sandstorm. This is a really nice part about Sandstorm. Of course, that thing is hitting me very, very weakly. There we go. It's going to hit him a couple times, quick and easy, and deflect. So like I said, I end up missing his big hit, but hey, what do you do? Again, we're just going to walk in, smack him around a little bit. And you can see, you know, the value of the Idol here when you're doing these tamers. He's definitely a good pet to get. Yes, he could probably be fairly expensive on the AH, depending on your server. But, I mean, if you can afford to get him, he's definitely worth it. We're knocking this guy down to quite a low health by the time he kills me right here. Here we go. Okay, I deflect once more. Just to live through one more round, just cause. I think it's more just to drive him crazy than anything else. Because, you know, you always think of these things actual thinking. There we go. And there is my Idol dead. Now we're going to switch to the Kalari, who's going to take this guy out really, really quickly with a quick predatory strike. As you can see, I go first. I hit him for 339. He still has 334 life left and takes 647. And again, that's the advantage of the Kalari, or any other flyer for that matter, is that predatory strike. It's such a great ability because all I have to do is drop him down 25%. Here we go. We're just going to peck at this guy. He's a beast. I know I mentioned earlier I wasn't sure if he's a beast or a critter. He's a beast. Till he drops me down below 50% life, which he does fairly quickly here. There we go. I was actually faster than him, even with his speed boost, due to the flyer racial, which gives me that extra speed. Here we go. Just going to smack him around. He's going to smack me around. Blah, blah, blah. Drops me down fairly low here, but I've got him to the point that, if I can get predatory strike off, he'll die, but unfortunately I don't, because he does take me out. So he is down to 547 life, and I'm down to my 1 level 17. Now a lot of times at this point I would concede, but I thought, what the heck, I might as well try it. So we're just gonna just use my attack and see what happens. So I get a nice little hit on him. Unfortunately, due to his spiked shield, I take some, but luckily his big hit misses. And that's the random number generator actually working in my favor for once. Now Sandstorm has ended, so these are hitting fairly strong. And there we go, I take him out, and that is Grandmaster Shu. Okay, so now we're back to me babbling. Here we go. Okay, so now that I've gotten my prizes, I'm just going to use a band-aid, do a quick heal. Again, you're going to have so many of these band-aids doing these tamers every day that it's just going to be crazy. I'm going to fly down to Soggy's Gamble. This is over, just kind of close to the shore. It's going to get us very quickly over to the next pet battle, which is the Pandaren Water Tamer, which once again, if you click on Pandaren Water Tamer on the side, you can skip over me babbling. But that's completely up to you. You can either, do that or don't do that. Either way, I'm still going to be here talking. Just remember, if you skip over it, you just don't get to hear my cheery voice. So here we go. We're just going to be landing at Soggy's Gamble here. It's a really, really quick flight path. I don't know if this is... I believe this one is neutral, so Horde can come here as well as Alliance. And here we go. We're just going to fly up, and we're going to head over to the Pandaren Water Spirit. And here we are at the Pandaren Water Spirit. Okay, and this one actually is quite an easy of the 4 spirits. This one is, I'd say out of the 4, this is the easiest one. A lot of times he'll start off with Marley like this, and first thing Marley does is he puts down a whirlpool. So you can kind of ignore that and hit him with your Lobby, or miss in my case. Switch to your idol, he dives, and the next round he wants to hit you with dive in that whirlpool, so you just hit deflect, and it'll stop all of that. So he ends up missing on both, which is awesome. So we end up actually very, very quickly, not taking that damage. Then we hit him with a quick Sandstorm, which of course he's weak against, so we end up hitting him for quite a bit of damage. He throws another whirlpool down. We smack him around a little bit, or miss in my case. He hits me with one big hit. I smack him around a little bit. And then what else does he do here? And the next round, I end up deflecting because, of course, we had that whirlpool going off, and I don't like that whirlpool. And again, we're just going to smack him around a little bit with a Sandstorm. Unfortunately, he dived at this point, so I end up actually missing with the Sandstorm, which really does suck. You want to try to time it so you're not hitting a aquatic-based one while he's dived with your Sandstorm. So he's going to smack him around. He's going to throw another whirlpool down. We're going to smack him around. And we're going to smack him around one more time, but he kills me off at this point. I do believe I actually end up losing this particular one, which is kind of weird, because normally this is one that I don't lose. We're going to give him a quick peck, and it does take him out. There we go. Now then the whirlpool goes off, which really does hurt. And the next round, we're just gonna. This guy we just kind of got to hit. There's not really a lot of other options there. Okay, and this is the wall of water that I was talking about before, where that sandstorm is what's keeping me alive here. Because otherwise it's going to hit like a Mack truck. If you have an elemental you're trying to level, it's really, really hard, because even with sandstorm, that wall of water is going to end up hitting them for almost 200 damage. And it's not just this pet that's going to do it. The spirit itself actually does that also. This guy does like to heal, which is kind of where my issue starts to come in here, and I believe I end up losing this one. Again, like I said before, I did record these this morning, and I'm doing the recordings of the voice part kind of later in the day, and then going to fit everything together later. Yeah, I do end up conceding this one, and then we're going to try again. This time we're going to use the idol. I believe my idol actually gets a little more lucky this time. Doesn't take us quite as much damage. So another challenge. Prepare yourself. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Again, first round. Lobby goes out. Lobby kicks some butt. There we go. And miss. Of course he misses. What else would he do? He's a level 17. And we quickly switch to the idol. He dives. I deflect, so I'm not taking any damage this round. There we go. There's that little shield. It lasts for one full round. It'll stop anything and everything that comes through on that round, which is really a nice part of deflect. He's going to pump. I'm going to smack him. Again, we're going to get the sandstorm going to stop any back row damage and to reduce any damage from that my idol takes. Again, here we go. Smack him around a little bit. He's going to hit me with his one big hit. We're going to smack him around again. In this round, we're going to end up deflecting, even though he is... Oh, no, I take it this time. That's what I did different. Take it this time because, of course, we want to he dives. We miss. I deflect the dive. Even though he does have pump going, I deflect the dive there, and it actually works out well for me because he does another whirlpool. I hit him with my sandstorm, which of course hits him strong and takes him out. Now we've got the little critter out. The critter, like I said, he does a heal. He can do his wall of water, and he does that water jet. As long as he doesn't keep doing the water jet, I can usually take him out fairly easily with the idol, because once he switches to the wall of water, as long as I have my sandstorm up, I don't end up dying. At this point, I did end up losing to him. Did I lose this guy twice or once? I can't remember now. There we go. So I'm just going to smack him around a little bit with my Kalari. Smack him again. Drops him to 689 life. He smacks me. I end up predatory strike and missing. And that's one downside to the sandstorm, is that it does reduce your accuracy. Here we go. There's that wall of water that I was talking about. As you can see, it's only hitting me for 50.
Fairly hard against elementals, even with sandstorm, that can hit them for almost 200. Again, I knew that was a losing battle, so I conceded. Of course, my Vital hits on cooldown, so I just whipped through my advantages. I had both of them, I never worried about it. So I do a lot more than I do. Here we go, and we're going to switch to 3, 2, 1 again, because of course, a little different. I give him a quick smack. Let's switch to the bird this time. Right, I do start this one with the bird. Okay, and he dives. I send out a cyclone, which is going to start ripping through not just the front pet, but also the back pets. It's kind of a different thing, and he ends up actually doing a lot of damage to me here. And I just kind of peck him, drop him down to 500 life, 800 life, sorry. And I'm going to try to get a predatory strike in. He puts a whirlpool down. Predatory strike hits for 507, which is less than 25% at the 304 life he has left. And boom, he's dead. And here you're going to see the difference what that sandstorm really does, because he's hit me just for 365, whereas before he was only hitting me for 200 and something. And here we go. So I'm going to put the idol out. There is a whirlpool down, and I just kind of ignore it and get my sandstorm up to try to drop the damage, especially the back row damage. I don't want him be able to take out my low level pet with his wall of water. So here we go, and now with this guy, I'm just going to keep smacking him and sandstorming him. There's no sense really using your deflect against this particular pet because there is really nothing he does that hits harder than about 300. And a lot of times he'll use the wall of water, and here's what I mean. You're going to see that the damage from this is very minimal. As long as I hit, my human racial actually heals me for more than the damage that I take. There's two pets that I actually end up gaining health. Well, there's a tamer and then there's one pet that I actually end up gaining health in over the course of the battle most times. With Courageous Yawn is another one that you're going to see later, or you can hit the links on the side, where actually at the end of the fight, my idols, I believe, at like full strength, and he took out all three of their pets. And it's mostly just because of that human racial and timing everything. And that's a big thing, is timing. Here we go. We missed because it happens. The random number generator hates me just as much as it hates everybody else. And here we go again. We're going to walk in, smack him around, and he's down. Now we're down to, I have my idol. He has his water spirit, and of course I also have with Lobby. I'm leveling. The water spirit does the same tactic that I use against elementals with my water spirit. He puts out geyser first. Second round he'll put out whirlpool, so they're both going off the same round. And that's kind of an advantage for me with the idol, because of course my deflect is going to stop both of them. And then his only other ability is the wall of water, which does really little damage. So I actually end up gaining life through the course of this fight. So there we go again. We end up missing because of course that happens. There we go. There's my deflect. It brings up the water. Now, of course, it's only going to cause it to miss me, not the back row. Here we go. Dodge, and boom. I took no damage from those two abilities. And then he's just going to kick another wall of water. I'm going to hit him with a sandstorm. Here we go. Sandstorm does a little bit of damage to him. And then we're just going to smack him around a little bit. He puts down another whirlpool. I smack him around. And I've still got 2 rounds left on that, so I'm going to smack him around again. And this is the final round of his whirlpool. And because of the fact he's down to 211 life, I'm just going to walk in and just smack him. And there we go. He's dead. In the end, I end up dodging that last whirlpool, which is kind of nice, so I don't end up dying in the end. And there we go. We got some XP for my feeling familiar. And that is the water spirit. Okay, and here we go again with kind of my mindless psychobabble. I'm just going to head over to the Fight Master here once again at Soggy's Gamble. And this is going to be one of the longer flights. I don't know what I'm going to talk about during this one, probably about my WoW history. I've been playing World of Warcraft since February of 2006. It was my second wife that got me into the game. And we started out on the Dragonblight server, and had our own guild for a while, which was called Winter Knights, which eventually became, I can't remember what it became, and then we joined a guild called the Dungeon Masters, where we raided, mostly doing Molten Core and BWL at the time. Just before Burning Crusade came out, we actually ended up splitting up, and when Burning Crusade came out, I transferred my hunter with the free transfers to the realm that I'm on now, which is Shu'halo on the US West. I really do like Shu'halo. It's a nice server. There's a lot of really good people. We have our fair share of trolls, just like any other server. When I first came here, I also got a good friend of mine into the game. We started a guild called Widows of Shu'halo. The guild has since been disbanded, but it was a really great time. I met some really great people on the server at that time. And then eventually I ended up like I said, it got disbanded. I was in a couple other guilds, Eternium, a couple other ones. Did a little bit of raiding during Burning Crusade. Didn't raid much through Wrath of the Lich King or Cataclysm, and then with the release of Mists of Pandaria, I got into the guild I'm in now, which is Alliance Army. And you can see our raid videos in my other playlist if you like, and you can check them out. It's not a big deal. They're public, and we started out as a 10-man raid guild for Mists of Pandaria, and then we switched to 25 just before this patch came out, and it's kind of working out good. I enjoy the 25s just as much as the 10-mans. I play a tank or DPS. I nice part about the monk is, of course, I use the same gear pretty much for both. Right now I only have a single agility trinket, so I'm still using one of my stamina trinkets in my DPS set, but I still do okay, so I'm not that worried about that. Eventually I like to, get to nice eye level agility trinkets for my DPS set, and I'm sure that will happen fairly soon here, especially with with all the rep stuff that's available in patch 5.2 with the new area. Okay, and here we go. It's going to fly over to the Shadowpan Garrison for this one. Pretty much knows where that is because, of course, you have a set of dailies there. It's also where you go to be able to start the new areas for patch 5.2. So everybody's going to end up being here at some point. And the next battle is going to be against Zushi. So if you want to kind of skip over the rest of my babbling and go straight to the battle, just click on the link that says Grandmaster Zushi. And here we go. And eventually we're just going to land here, and then you're going to see me fly over there. It's fairly easy to find if you know what you're looking for. You'll notice I'm going to kind of fly towards an arch. If you look for that arch, he's just right behind it by a lake. This one did take me a little bit of time to find the first time I tried to go after him, but it's not that bad at all. Here we go. So here we go. We're going to talk to the flight master here. I'm just going to get mounted up. There's a bit of a pause here underneath where it's, I've got my subscriber link. I'm actually chatting with my guild. I intentionally put the subscriber link over top of that because, it's one of those different things. You don't need to be able to see what I'm chatting with my guild about. You're here to see the pet battles or, listen to me babble or whatever. So here we go. So we're mounted back up, and we're just going to head, like I said, it's just straight across, go across the bridge. Obviously, of course, if you don't have a flying mount, you can always run across, but most people that, are doing these particular pet battles are going to be max level and going to have a flying mount. Again, I like the disc from the Lore Walker's achievement just because of the fact that, it's fairly easy to get, and it works really well, and it's small. Okay, and here we are at Zushi. This is the next tamer. Those of you that are watching at all and not skipping to the tamer videos, you're going to notice that I had a quick battle there because that guy always wanders by. Touch of Death is really nice in that just to speed things up. Again, this time I'm actually going to use my red panda just because he's cute and I wanted to try him. I'm just going to bring out my low-level pet to start with. And again, we're just going to quickly... got 2 rounds to deal with. He ends up getting a really nice crit here and taking him out. I do believe I end up actually conceding this and going again. There we go. Yeah, he ends up killing him. Maybe. No, he doesn't. Oh, he kills him later on, I believe. There we go. No, he doesn't, actually. We're going to swap. We're going to bring in the idol. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down my Sandstorm. And the reason behind it is my low-level pet that I'm trying to level is very, very low in health here. And Sandstorm is going to negate all that back row damage that he does. So if you notice that, it's block, block, and no damage. And again, we're just going to smack him around a little bit. Here we go, smack, 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 smack. This guy dies fairly quickly against the idol, even though I've got nothing that's strong against him. And then he's going to bring out his snail, which is a critter, so of course I take less damage from his critter abilities. And then the first thing he's going to do is spit at me. And the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, get my Sandstorm renewed. And then he's going to end up diving. I smack the air because he's dived underground. And we're just going to deflect the dive because, of course, we don't want to take that damage. And here we go. We're just going to smack him around a little bit. He does have an ability that's kind of an undead ability that ends up doing extra damage. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not sure why it's taking so long for everything to load here. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be sitting here watching paint dry for a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. So yeah, so it only does 136 damage. I'm hitting for 200 plus, and of course healing 69, which is healing most of the damage I'm taking, and I'm hitting him harder than he is hitting me. So I'm actually going to end up passing him, even though he is currently above me in life. I'm going to end up doing better than him fairly quickly. Here we go. Because of course I'm gaining life every round, and he's just straight losing life. Here we go, and I'm going to put up my deflection for his dive once again, because of course we don't want to take that hit, because that's one of his, that's his one big attack. Okay, ends up missing. Here we go, and I hit him for 300, so that's good. Again, you'll notice that, of course, his life is going down at a more steady rate than mine, even though we both are getting heals in every now and again. Sorry about the cough there, but it happens. I'm going to hit him again. Of course, the reason that I have the cough is because I am a smoker. Yes, I know. There we go. He's going to end up doing what? He's going to end up diving again. I'm going to deflect it because, of course, I don't want to get hit by that dive, and I don't need deflect right away with the next pet. You'll see why fairly quickly into the battle. He spits at me. I smack him around, and he's gone. And now we're on the last pet. This pet always starts off the same way. The first thing he's going to do is change the weather to Cleansing Rain. He is faster than me, which is fine, because I'm just going to change the weather again into a Sandstorm, because I like to have that reduced damage. He is also weak against Sandstorm, being aquatic. And then he's going to put this on me, which is going to cause me to fall asleep. And unlike most pets that you'll see in the wild, he's actually really good with that, because he does it so that he hits his pump first, puts me to sleep, and then hits me with the pump damage. There we go. Now we're just going to hit him with another Sandstorm while he's pumped. And it ends up critting and taking him out. So I've basically taken out all three of these guys just with my idol. And this is kind of the value of this pet. And that is Zushi. For those of you that have been listening to me babble the whole time, welcome back. Sorry about the little pauses are basically I'm trying to make it so that there's little chunks where people, if they want to click on the links, can very quickly just go, okay, he's done babbling, the fight's over, click, and they're not really missing anything. And I want to kind of separate the fights from my babbling. So right now I'm just flying over to where the fire spirit is. As you can see, I'm looking over my achieves because I do strange things. Okay, and here we go. We're just pulling up to the fire spirit now. Okay, and here we are with the Pandaren Fire Spirit. Again, we're still working on leveling up my feline familiar. Yes, this fight will actually put him up to 25. Here he goes. He gives a quick smack to the dragon, and the dragon sends out Cyclone, which again is going to be doing back row damage, which I don't like. Back row damage is kind of a pain because, of course, it causes issues. I'm going to deflect his dive thing here because he doesn't really have anything else that really does big damage. Even though he's weak against it, my next round I'm actually going to throw out the Sandstorm. And the reason behind that is fairly simple. I need that Cyclone to stop doing so much damage to my back row. So there we go, get a quick Sandstorm out. Again, he tries to catch me on fire. I smack him around and I'm missing. I think I actually end up losing this first battle and conceding. And then doing it again, I can't remember. We'll find out in a little bit here. Again, it's because of the fact, of course, I did record the video this morning and recording the audio this afternoon. And I'm just watching the video as I record this. So here he goes. He flies up again. I miss. I deflect because, you got to do that. Of course, we dodge that really quickly. And then just going to go in and smack him around, just same as normal. He is weak against my number 1 ability, which is my hit, so it actually ends up hitting him hard when it hits. Of course, he does dodge, and of course you have a chance to miss, and of course there we go, and he ends up taking me out. So he's taking out one of my guys with just one single pet. So I do believe I end up conceding this one. So I mean, obviously you're going to watch me lose here, which is just because watching me win, because it shows that, you know, nobody's perfect, and the random number generator, of course, that is intricate part of World of Warcraft, affects me just the same as anybody else, and affects pet battles quite a bit, actually. So I end up healing up here, using that perk up ability of the Red Panda. Main reason behind using the Red Panda, I just wanted to use him. I had leveled him up to 25 just yesterday. Of course, he was just released yesterday, and I wanted to see what could be done. This video was originally filmed on March 6th. The patch that brought out the Red Panda came out on March 5th, which is, of course, patch 5.2 that this video is concerned with. Okay, so there we are. We're just going to bring out my Lobby pet, who's probably going to end up dying fairly quickly here. End up reducing his damage he takes. He catches me on fire. I hit him. I hit him again. And here we go. Hit him one more time. So actually makes me think that I might actually stand a chance. And then he does this. There we go. Smack him one more time. He heals up. Smack him again. Catches me back on fire. I crouch. Anything that reduces damage is obviously a good thing to use. Now he's going to bring out his bug. We're just going to try smacking around because he ends up poisoning. He always does poison, and then flock, which is kind of a version of stampede, which does kind of just a bunch of damage. I noticed that they did take out the, I don't know if it's just because I have Sandstorm up every time I see it or what, but yeah, no, he actually does end up taking him out here. Oh, I end up losing because we both died on the last round. So I actually end up having to do this all over again. So here we go. We're just going to do it again. Again, like I said, it's the exact same battle one more time. So I'm actually not going to babble through. You can just watch and see what's going on. Okay, you're going to see here, I'm just going to switch to my Pandaren Water Spirit against this guy. He does do really nice against that Elemental and take him out fairly quickly. So here we go. So again, we're going to start the Lobby. He starts with his Dragon. And again, we're just going to send the Lobby in as he puts out his Cyclone. I'm going to switch quickly here to the Idol. Okay, there we go. And he's going to fly up. We're going to take a couple of hits from that Cyclone. Even though the Water Spirit does do water damage, he actually isn't water-based, so he's not taking extra damage from that Cyclone. Whereas, of course, if you had an aquatic pet, he would be. And we're just going to throw out my Sandstorm just to drop the damage taken very quickly. There we go. He's weak against it, but like I said, it's not really for the damage on him. It's for the damage. Try to keep that back row damage down. And we're just going to smack him around a couple of times. Again, it definitely drops the damage that Cyclone does. Now you're going to notice that the Pandaren Water Spirit is actually taking full damage from that Cyclone. And again, that's the Elemental trait, is that of course they ignore weather effects. I'm not sure why that affects Cyclone, but it does. Okay, so here we go. He brings out his Spirit. He's going to hit me. I'm going to smack him. Here we go, and then I'm going to throw out Sandstorm because I want to keep that damage down. Here we go. There we go. Quick and easy. Again, we're hitting. We still got that Cyclone ripping through for one more round here. He sets me on fire. I hit him. I believe I mess up. Yeah, I do. I mess up my deflect here because he doesn't do anything this round. so I don't actually end up blocking anything, and this is kind of what kills me. So I hit him one more time, and that cyclone comes ripping around, and he takes me out. So now we're going to switch to Pandaren Water Spirits and show you, how effective this one really is against elementals. We're just going to hit him with the water jet. He's going to heal before that. He's going to catch me on fire. I'm going to hit him with the water jet again. Of course, I'm going to take the fire damage, and then we're going to kill him off. And now we're going to switch. He's going to switch to the bug. And again, I'm just going to do a 3-round move here. He's going to spit at me. I'm going to put Geyser down. He's going to spit at me again. Give me a second poison. I'm going to throw down Whirlpool. So they're both set to go off 2 rounds from now. And then he's going to do, like I said, this is that Flock, which is going to actually take out my idol, but I do have that Whirlpool and that Geyser coming out, so I'm just going to keep my kitty out here and see what we can do. I'm just going to crouch just to keep that damage down more than anything else, and then everything goes off. One hits him for 500, one hits him for 400, and of course he's weak against my base attack. There we go, 480. He does his Flock one more time. Of course, because of my crouch, I don't take any damage. And there we go. That is the Pandaren Fire Spirit. Okay, and welcome back. So now we're heading over to Create a Sean. Again, if you want to skip my babbling, you can always click on the side here. You'll see I check my map just to make sure I'm going the right way. At this point, I'm going to announce I do have a contest going on. Like, subscribe, leave a comment leave a comment below with the word frog in it. I know it seems odd, but hey, what the heck, I like frogs. And I will be doing a draw from those that are subscribed, liked, and left that comment. And it'll be for the Earth Spirit that drops later on, but not the one that actually drops. I'll actually be giving away my level 25 Earth Spirit. Okay, so here we go. So we're just approaching Courageous Yawn here. There you go. You see the cave there kind of on my left. That's where he is. It's fairly easy to find once you know where it is, but it's a little tough at first because you can see it blends into the side fairly well. Little bit of a pause here just because of the fact that I am chatting underneath the subscribe link there. And this is Courageous Young. Welcome to Courageous Young. We're just going to get ready to do this one quick. Again, I'm going to end up... Do I end up swapping on any pets here? Yes, I do. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, yes, I do, because, of course, I want to level a different pet at this time. So you're going to see me go through my pet list just to find something different to level. There we go. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down through all my 130 plus level 25 pets, including, of course, all 4 of the spirits. And here we go. I'm kind of going to grab something a little higher level just because I don't want to waste a lot of time doing it. Here we go, and there we go. I'm just going to grab the Topaz Shale Hatchling. I'm going to swap him out with the Feline Familiar. Again, I'm not changing any of his abilities because it just doesn't matter. On this guy, again, I'm coughing. Sorry about that. Here we go. And on this guy, you're going to notice that first round, again, it doesn't matter what you use when you attack him the first round. You just do a quick hit or a miss. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to use his level 1 ability. There we go. And we're going to be quickly swapping out to the idol once again. His deflect is really, really nice against this particular tamer because all of his moves that do any sort of damage are very well broadcast. This guy does his speed drop, then he flies up, he flies down, he does flock. And again, we're going to get Sandstorm out, which is, of course, going to remove any flock damage. The Summit Kid also does kind of a similar thing, except, of course, you have all these little Summit Kids running by. And the Rabbit does a burrow, and it comes back up. And that's, of course, what I'm going to save my deflect for. I don't take a lot of damage from the rabbit because it's all critter moves. So here we go. He misses. We hit. And here we go. And he flies up, and I end up wasting my sandstorm. But hey, it happens. So there we go. It goes up. And as he comes down, we're going to hit the deflect again, just to keep that big hit from hitting me. So here we go again. We're going to give him one more quick smack. There we go. And again, he's in the flock, which of course the sandstorm removes the damage from. Give him a hit. Give him another hit. Flock, like I said, no damage. Smack him again. I'm just going to keep smacking him because it just doesn't matter. And now he's going to fly up again. Sorry, he does his speed reducing thing, which I really don't care about. Oh, no, sorry, it's the accuracy reducing, so it's not that big of a deal. Smack, misses. Cough again, sorry. I deflect, so he misses. And then we're going to hit him with a quick smack, and this should end this guy, and then we'll be on to the rabbit. There we go, quick smack. And I'm almost at full life, and here comes the rabbit. First round, we're going to do sandstorm, because it hits harder than he does. Even though he does dodge it, it's not a big deal. He burrows, I miss. I deflect. He misses. And we're just going to smack him around a little bit. It's actually a pretty quick fight with the idol, just because of the fact that you just can just keep smacking him around, and his abilities are weak against you. I'm just going to click a quick sandstorm in here. I end up moving my mouse over to click on it because I'm actually typing in my guild chat at the time. And there we go, he misses, I hit, and he does his little weak thing, and I hit, and he dies, and I reflect, or deflect, sorry, reflect, deflect. Reflect is the old ability, deflect is the new ability. Again, should put a note up on my computer for that. Here he goes, he does his quick little thing, I hit him with a sandstorm, and he dodges, of course. And here we go, and he hits me, I hit him. Kind of the way it works, he hits me, I hit him, he hits me, I hit him. Here we go, gonna hit him again. Now he's gonna hit me again, and he is dead. And now he's gonna switch to his Summit Kid. Again, first round he's gonna do a chew. I'm gonna hit him with Sandstorm, or maybe miss, who knows. Here we go, and I hit. And then the second round, we're just going to do the deflect so that he doesn't actually do any damage to me from his trample or from his chew. You'll notice at the end of this, he goes, what? And dodge. And I miss. He misses. So he's going to smack him around. Even though he's weak against, even though my crush is weak against beasts, it's just the ability that's there. So I just keep hitting him. He does have a heal that he does. His three abilities are, of course, the chew, the trample, and a quick heal. But we're just going to keep hitting him until he dies. There we go. This is his heal. Smack him with Sandstorm. Hit him as he does his chew. This one's nice because, of course, he doesn't fly up or burrow under, so I still get that little bit of damage in there. And my deflect to stop his stampede. And second round, we're just going to smack him. And third round, we're just going to smack him. So he's down to 359 health. We're going to hit him with, he does a quick heal, bringing his health up. But as you can see, my idol is now at full health. So he hasn't done any damage to me. I've actually gained life since the end of the fight with the bunny. We're going to smack him while he does his chew. And then we're going to kick deflect up. So I'm not taking any damage. I said the nice part about deflect is that it stops all damage that round.
which is kind of cool. I do miss kind of the reflect, where you could actually take things like this trample and take the debuff it puts on if it does damage onto the other person. I kind of miss that. It also used to put the debuff on even if it didn't do damage, and it said that block, 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 block thing. But it doesn't do that anymore. It's not really that big of a deal. Here we go. Hit him again. And again, he's going to do his chew. I'm going to hit him again. And again, we're going to kick the deflect on. So even though he's trying to trample me and doing his chew, we're just going to dodge all of that. There we go, and quick and easy, and he tramples over me again, or tries to. And we're just going to walk up and smack him around, and that is Courageous Yawn, soloed by my idol. Okay, as you can see, I've heard back to the Shrine of 7 Stars here. Here we go. We're just going to head over to Aki. This is actually one of my shortest to get to a tamer. I don't do this one first because it's just works out really nice going from her to the Fire Spirit. There we go. Okay, and here we go. We're just going to be getting there right away here. She's right here, right by this pond. Okay, and here we are at Aki the Chosen. As you notice, I still have my Water Spirit and my Idol as my second one. I'm going to switch the Water Spirit out for the Kalari. Again, we're just going to change the third one to Predatory Strike because I do like that ability. I'm just going to talk to her, sack of pet supplies, blah, 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 pet battle, blah, blah, blah. Here we go, and here comes the battle. First round, of course, my little guy's going to come out. I'm leveling the Topaz Shell Hatchling now. Again, we're just going to do whatever. We'll do the web just because it's strong against him, mostly. And we're going to switch to the Idol. He's in the middle of his Stampede, so of course we're going to get hit with that, causing me to take double damage. But then we're going to throw out the Sandstorm, which reduces all hits by 70-something. So even with the double damage, we end up taking barely any damage here. Okay, so he just does a quick heal. This is pretty much all he does, is either heal or does that trample. He's going to do another trample. Here we go. As you can see, he doesn't do any damage to me at all. And I'm smacking him around. And I'm just going to keep smacking him around. I don't even bother using Deflect against this guy because it's really not needed. Between Crush and the Sandstorm. Plus, I want to save the Deflect for the first round against the Dragon that comes out next. Here we go. And we're just going to crush him again. He's going to do his little sing. He's going to heal everybody up. If there would have been damage to the back row, he actually would have been healing the back row also. And then he does his big heal. Hit him with a Sandstorm. And we're just going to move back to Crush. Here we go. Block, 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 block. And Crush. And Crush. And this guy's going to die fairly quickly. He's not a hard pet to take out. Sandstorm makes a huge difference. Again, it's showing the value of that Idol. Like I said, the Idol sometimes is a little expensive. I'm going to do Deflect on the first round here just because this thing can hit very hard. I've had it crit me for some pretty big numbers. And then I'm going to take advantage of the Lightning Storm because I just hit harder than he does, and I'm getting that extra damage from Lightning Storm. Here we go. He's going to hit me again. Actually, I'm dodging it. And there we go. I'm going to hit him again.
And here we go. We're just going to keep doing this back and forth. He's hitting me for 300 and something. I'm hitting him for 400 and something, which makes it fairly quick and easy. Again, same thing's going to happen this round, and I'm going to be taking him out. As you can see, he hit me for 500 and something there. So, I mean, it can actually do some fairly heavy damage. Against this guy, he's going to start off with a dive. So I'm just going to miss him, and then I'm just going to take that. I'm going to do a quick deflect on that dive damage before I get the sandstorm out. There we go. See, dodge that, and sandstorm. He does a surge attack, which always goes first. So I'm going to end up having to hit him with the sandstorm. There we go, and that's going to be the last hit of the lightning storm. So now I've changed the weather back to sandstorm. So of course it reduces that damage. So he's barely even doing any damage with his surge. And we're going to go back, hit him again, get a little heal. He's going to do his surge. We'll go back, hit him again. Get a little heal. He's going to do his surge. Okay, we're at this point. Okay, he does this, which causes him not to be able to be killed for a round, and then he dives. So we're going to missing again. Again, we're going to deflect the dive. And then I believe he takes out my idol here. Nope, not quite. We're going to do Sandstorm, which he's weak against. And that is actually the Chosen. So that's actually the final tamer for this series in Pandaria. And again, you'll see my Shell Spider gain some experience there. Okay, and now that Aki's dead, we're just going to fly up beside the Horde area here. We're just going to fly up over the mountain, and that's where our next tamer is going to be. It's going to be the Earth Spirit. Okay, so here we go against the Pandaren Earth Spirit. I use slightly different pets against this one. I use the Alpine Hare, and I switch his second one to Dodge, and I'm also going to use, which other one do I use here? I can't even remember now. This one does take me a couple. Oh, wait, little KT, who is strong against beasts. So there we go, and we're going to talk to him really quickly. Again, pack of Pandaren Spirit Supplies, another challenge, blah, blah, blah. And the first time, I actually forget to swap out my front pets because we want the rabbit to go first. So I very quickly leave this one. And again, like you're going to notice, I'm just going to swap the Alpine Hare for the Topaz-Sail Hatchling. And we're just going to go back in and do this one more time after healing. Another challenge, because with the patch 5.2, of course, every time you leave a battle, your pets take 10% of their health in damage. So here we go. His first round, he's going to try to do a stun on me, but of course, being a critter, I automatically just break right out of that. Second round, I'm just going to do a dodge. He's going to throw down his spiky thing, which is he's going to miss on. I'm going to smack him again. He's going to throw a rock at me, not a big deal. And then I'm going to burrow. So he's going to end up missing with a rock. I'm going to hit him. He's going to miss with a rock. He's going to hit me with a rock, sorry. And then I'm going to smack him. He's going to hit me with his big hit because I didn't time that quite right. I'm going to go to dodge. He's going to, again, like I said, I mistimed that, so I end up dodging something that I didn't need to dodge. I smack him. He throws a rock at me. I dodge. I smack him. He throws a rock at me. I take very little damage off that. I smack him, and he's dead. And now he's going to bring out his little slime. Now, my burrow is actually strong against the slime, which is kind of nice. So first thing I'm doing is I'm going to burrow, which means that he's going to miss with his big attack. I'm going to hit him. He's going to poison me, which is kind of a pain, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to hit dodge to avoid his next two attacks. There you go, dodge and smack. And dodge. And smack one more time, and then the poison, I believe, kills me next round. Actually, I'm getting a crit there, which is kind of nice. He misses. Poison hits me. I get one more smack in, and he actually dodges that and takes me out the poison. Okay, and now we're going to switch to my mechanical. Who's just going to do a quick zap at him. He hits me for a weak amount, which is kind of cool.
And the mechanical I'm using is Little XT, but there's a lot of other mechanicals that have very similar abilities. I just like the little bomb bot because it looks cool. So we're just going to throw the bomb bot out. Here he goes. And then we're going to zap. He's going to dive underground, so I'm going to get my repair. Which is basically just going to heal me up after a couple rounds. He ends up hitting me into my mechanical thing just as that goes off. So I end up with full life again. And here comes my bomb bot, which does quite a bit of damage to him. And then I can just zap him a couple times. He's going to do his big hit. He hits me quite strong. I zap him again. And then I'm going to zap him again. And I believe that ends it. And that is the Pandaren Fire Spirit. Okay, and welcome back. And this is going to be a real quick little jaunt through the air. Basically, just aim for these mountains, and it's going to lead you right to where the Pandaren Air Spirit is. It's the only time that you actually end up with the route that I do, having the two spirits back to back. I'm just going to heal up my pets here so I can start getting everything ready for the next tamer. Again, we're going to swap in the idol. And then I can't remember who I bring in the second one here. Give me a second. And I bring in the Kalari. Okay, and then of course I got to bring the hatchling back in for the actual fight. And here we go. We're going to do the fight against the Pandaren Air Spirit. This is the second last of the Tamers, so we're almost done here. Like I said, this is a fairly long video. We're about an hour and 23 minutes into it. So if you listen to me psychobabble the whole time, I'm sorry, but that's what you clicked on when you came onto my YouTube channel. And here we go. So here we go. We're just going to do a quick fight here. Again, the whole idea of this course is I'm leveling up a low-level pet. So we're starting off with the Topaz Shell Hatchling, who's going to just throw a web at this guy, which of course he's weak against, so it does a little bit of damage. And again, we're just going to swap straight out to the idol. He's going to do his cocoon thing, which I'm just going to smack just to close that off. He's going to do his mothballs, which is doing full damage on this round, but next round you're going to see I'm going to use my sandstorm, which is going to drop that damage down quite a bit. And then of course I'm going to reflect his next attack, which is going to be his big hit, or deflect, sorry. I will get that right eventually in one of these videos at some point. I'm going to smack just to get rid of his cocoon. He's going to do mothballs. I'm going to smack him. Next round, I'm just going to get a free sandstorm because he always skips one round as all of his abilities have cooldowns. So here we go. We're just going to do a quick sandstorm. It ends up missing. It happens. And he's going to do his big attack. We're going to reflect that. There we go. And then he's going to do his cocoon strike, which is of course going to cause him to block my crush, but it's not a big deal. Next round, he's going to do his mothballs. Rinse, repeat. The thing about these tamer pets and most of the pets you see in the wild, they tend to get a pattern. It's really easy to figure out, and you just have to kind of work with it. There we go, and we're going to smack them. And on the free round, we're going to do a sandstorm again, which ends up critting. We're going to deflect his big hit, and we're going to smack him around. Again, he does his cocoon strike, so it's going to be blocked. And then he's going to go back to his mothballs, which, as you notice, instead of doing the 180 almost that they were doing at the beginning, they're only doing about 90 damage. And we're going to smack him, and there he goes. And now we're going to switch to the dragon.
Again, we're just gonna smack him because he's weak against my crush. So we're gonna hit him for a higher amount. We're gonna deflect the second round because he puts a thing down that's actually gonna cause damage over time. So here we go, and I think I actually ended up losing this first time against him. I can't remember, but we'll see. Okay, we dodge that, and we hit him again. And there we go. He hits me once, but causes me to take extra damage, which is the debuff he put over my head. And here he comes again. Puts down that, and it hits me like a Mack truck. And as you can see, it's kind of swirly, where it's going to keep hitting things. Now, being Flyer, he actually is weak against Dragon ability, so I wanted to hit him with my Predatory Strike as quickly as possible to take him out. And against this guy, we're just going to peck at him. And he's dodging it, and he puts up his heal over time. I'm just going to peck at him one more time here. I think I actually end up hitting him that time. Yep. And then he puts down his big thing, and this is where it starts to get a little interesting. I'm just going to peck at him, and he hits me a couple more times. You can see there's no sandstorm, so he's hitting me a lot stronger than I like him to. And there we go. He ends up taking me out. Yeah, I did end up losing this particular match. And I believe he takes me out fairly quickly. I do hit him a couple times with my burn, just for kicks mostly. And here we go. There we go. Another burn. And he gets his heal going again. I burn him, and the damage over time does its damage. And here we go. He takes me out. So now we're off to do it one more time. I'm not sure if I actually... Yeah, I actually end up having to use a bandage here. Got lots of them. Never worry about it. Doing the tamer battles every day, you're going to have a boatload of bandages. I'm just going to put in the water spirit just to take out the air spirit there. Because, of course, he is an elemental. And against elementals, it does extra damage. Okay, so here we go. Again, we're just going to start with the lobby, throw net out, and instantly swap. Sorry, a web, not a net. And we're going to swap to the idol again. I think I get a little luckier this time. Again, we're just going to crush to get rid of his cocoon. Take full damage off his mothballs for the one and only time. On the free round, we're going to throw in a sandstorm. Quick, easy pattern. And then the next round, we're going to deflect this. Luckily, the cooldown on his big hit, which can actually put you to sleep, is just as long as the cooldown on my deflect. So therefore, I can get rid of it every time. Here we go, and the mothballs again. Quick and easy. Smack him around at the mothballs. And here we go, free round. We're going to nail him with the sandstorm. And we're going to deflect his sleeping pill, which also hits for about 500. So it's really, really important to have something that can, avoid that in some way, whether you're burrowing, flying up, or, in the case of the idol, doing the deflect. Basically, you want to do damage and avoid that every 4 rounds. And again, we're just going to use pattern recognition. Quick and easy. We're going to deflect here. He throws his big ball at me and misses. And then we're going to smack him because he's going to do his cocoon strike. We just want to get rid of that cocoon because it only lasts 1 round. And the next round, he's going to, once again, use the mothballs. He gets a nice crit there. But other than that, they don't do a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm kind of low on health, but I'm still doing okay damage. And we're just going to smack him on the free round this time just to get rid of him. And he's going to bring out his dragon once again. And I'm not sure what I do in the first round here. Just give me a second. Okay, in the first round, I'm just going to hit him. I'm going to deflect where he puts the damage over time ability underneath my feet because it does hit quite hard. So there we go. And here he goes. He goes to do that. And of course, I dodge it. Again, he's going to smack me. He does a multi-hit thing. He dodges my hit, but it happens. He goes to smack me again. He's almost got me dead, but I'm still hitting him and still healing 69 health per round when I do it. He does his fly thing, which is going to cause me to take extra damage. I hit him. I deflect. Keep that thing from going underneath my feet, because that can actually do quite a bit of damage. There we go, and he takes me out, and we're going to switch to the Water Spirit. Against this guy with the Water Spirit, I'm just going to use my Water Jet just to do some damage to him. As you can see, there's no Sandstorm, so I'm taking extra damage. And of course, he also does that, which is causing me to take more damage. And here we go. He puts that down, which takes out my Water Spirit. So yeah, I do lose a second time here, I believe. Yep, there we go. I'm just going to forfeit that, and we're going to do it one more time. And like I said before, sometimes it's better just to run away, take that 10% hit to your health. If you're doing these on a regular basis, you're going to have so many bandages that really 10% of your health is not a big deal. It's worth using the bandage. Again, we're just going to use the same pattern. Quick Shale Spider, quick swap. Here's the idol. He's going to do his Cocoon Strike. Going to smack away the Cocoon Strike. Going to hit me with his Mothballs. I'm just going to stop talking here because it's pretty much pattern recognition at this point. Okay, I'm back. I just thought I'd show you, what's going on with this particular pet. I said I put the geyser out first, and then I put the whirlpool down, and then I just need to start using water jet until those go off. That's round one. Another round, and then they'll go off. So I hit them, and they're both going to go off right quick here. You'll notice it's a nice combination because it does two things. It stuns and causes them to stay there if they live through it. And that is the Pandaren Air Spirit. Okay, so now we're just going to show you where I'm flying to, right about there for the last tamer. This tamer actually ends up coming in the first part, and then the servers actually end up being restarted about 3/4 of the way through, and then I end up doing the exact same fight twice. But again, you can use the links on the side to be able to go straight to Hyuna, which is the last one. I did put them in order on the two sides. If you start on the left and work your way down, then on the right and work your way down, you're going to be able to get to each and every one of the tamers, and in the order that I do them. Again, you can always watch the whole thing and listen to me babble between. We're getting fairly close to Hyuna here, and he's just kind of over here. You're going to see kind of a black spot off to the left, and you're going to watch the road. He's kind of at the junction there behind that tree on my right. Okay, and here we are at the last of the pet battle tamer videos in this video, which is Grandmaster Hyuna. He's got 3 pets. He's got a flyer, a snake, and the wall. The wall is that turtle that he's kind of got off to his right there. This battle will go twice because the servers actually end up getting restarted kind of 3/4 of the way through my battle. It happens. It's the joys of an online game. And I'm leveling up my yellow belly bullfrog now, just cause I said I just pick random pets to be able to level up. There we go, and he's gonna smack around the snake a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna end up snake burrows. I miss. I deflect. Which means, of course, I'm not going to take that burrow damage, which is the big damage. As you notice, my first ability is weak against beasts. Because of the fact that I turned his flyer into a frog, he actually ended up, swapping to the snake a little earlier than before I actually managed to kill it. I'm just going to keep smacking him around, smacking him around, smacking him around. Again, we're going to save the deflect for after the burrow, because that's going to be his big hit. Okay, there he goes. He's going to attack me. I'm going to attack him. He's going to burrow. I'm going to miss. I'm going to deflect. Again, you're going to notice I have the Brilliant Kalari once again as my last pet. And that's for the wall. You're going to see once I go up against the wall how quickly the Kalari can actually take him out. Even though he heals and puts a shield up, he's very aptly named the wall. But pretty quick here, like I said, the servers are going to get restarted. The first thing they end up restarting is actually the pet battle server, obviously, because I'm just going to get booted out of the pet battle. It's kind of wild watching it. There we go. So I'm booted out of the pet battle, and then I end up getting logged off. So there's going to be kind of a little bit of a pause here in just a second, and there we go. And we're back on the server and back into the fight. Okay, and we're just going to do the battle again. It's going to start off the exact same way. He actually ends up starting off with this flyer once again. I send my frog out. I try to do frog kiss. It actually ends up missing this time, so he doesn't actually end up swapping pets. And I swap over to the idol. For the flyer, I don't even really use deflect against him. He spits at me a couple times. He does his little multi-hit thing. I get Sandstorm out quickly to be able to drop that damage down as much as humanly possible. And there we go. And then I'm just going to sit there and just crush and Sandstorm him until he's dead. So here we go. See, he does his little thing. It's dropped it from 180 damage to like 90. I'm still hitting him for 220. He does hit a couple times with it in a row, so he's actually doing not a bad amount of damage, but I'm also healing 69 per round. And when he goes back to the spinning, of course, it doesn't do any damage at all, because the Sandstorm will actually negate most poison damages. So here we go, and we're just going to get another Sandstorm up just to smack him around a little bit. And again, he's going to spit at me again. We're going to walk in and smack him around. And he's up dodging that one, but it's not a big deal. Again, it's going to keep smacking him around because it just doesn't matter. Like I said, on this guy, it's not really important to have something like deflect. I like using the idol because of that, because it is good against a lot of different enemies. I'm taking a little bit of damage from one of his poisons. Actually, fairly strong poison, obviously. He misses again. I smack him around, and here comes the snake. again, round 1, we're just going to hit him with the Sandstorm just to keep the damage down. Because, of course, my first ability, he is weak against him. And he's going to burrow. I'm going to miss. I'm going to deflect to keep that burrow damage from hitting me. I'm going to hit him with something that he's weak against, but he's going to hit me first because he's Fester. I still live through it, which is kind of cool. I end up missing. I try to smack him again, and he takes me out. So we're just going to switch to the Kalari. And in the first round, we're just going to peck at him, do a little bit of damage. He's going to drop my speed, so he's going to actually end up going first from here on in. And we're going to peck at him. He's going to burrow. We're going to miss. Being that he's dropped my speed, I'm going to take his burrow damage, but then I'm going to hit him with Predatory Strike. Again, Predatory Strike is such a nice ability because it does that. He was under 25%, it killed him. Now he's going to murder with the wall. The wall is weak against my peck and my Predatory Strike. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit him with Shriek, though, just to drop his damage, because he does have a couple not bad hitting abilities. But he does drop me below half health, so I end up losing my speed advantage. His thing is he does his big hit. He takes 3 rounds of either putting up Shield Shell or healing. And there we go. That's round number 3. Now he's going to do his big hit. Ends up stunning me. I'm just going to pass because it doesn't matter. Like, he doesn't hit me for the next 3 rounds. He does his Shield Shell. He does his heal. I hit him. I shriek just to drop his damage. He does his Shield Shell. Next round, he's going to dive underground. I'm going to hit him with Predatory Strike. It's going to hit him with 400, and again, it doesn't kill him right. I didn't actually kill him on this one, didn't I? I go in and I peck because he did his Shield Shell. I peck again. He does a quick heal. And on the 3rd round, he's going to do his Shield Shell, and I'm going to end up taking him out. I missed on my Predatory Strike there, but that is all of the Pandaren, Spirit, and Battle Tamers. Thank you very much for watching. And again, like, subscribe, and put a comment below. Once again, thank you very much.